Alright, so now we're going to take a look at child selectors, and I'll just copy these and drop them here so that we have copies of what we're creating. And open it up and open it up and then split vertically. And now we want to look at like targeting this stuff. I'm going to get rid of all this. I guess we'll leave that. No, cancel. I want to delete this stuff. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. And we don't need that. So now if I'm going to have some selector, div, and we'll just do color red. So that's going to change all of the text to red. Right, all the text is red, and we'll also just do font size a little bigger. Boop, 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 boop. Font size to rim. And our height, we'll maybe do 50. Okay. And we'll maybe do our body. Width 80%, 60%, margin 0 auto. Okay. And we'll learn about margin 0 auto here in a minute. Alright, so we've got everything red. What about if we start changing our selectors? So let's put some different selectors in. There's div. Let's do body, div. Let's do body div, and then we'll do div we'll do section. Let's do this. Section div, and we'll do section tilde, and we'll do section plus, and we'll do section div. I'll move that one up. Okay. What numbers are going to turn red with section space div? What numbers? Give me these numbers here, not the line numbers. How many people think 4, 5, and 6 only? Raise your hand. How many people think 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Raise your hand. That's where I'm going to bet my money too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many people think this one, it's going to be 1, 2, 3? Raise your hand. How many people think it's going to be 4, 5, 6? Raise your hand. How many people think it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, I'm saying 4, 5, 6. Cool? It's immediate direct descendant, right? So this one is, let's do this one first. So that's the +1, a sibling, the immediately following. How many people think it's going to be 9, 10, and 11? Raise your hand. How many people think it's just going to be 9? Remember, plus is for +1. It's just 1, so it's going to be 9. What about now? What's it going to be? Nothing or 9? How many people say nothing? Raise your hand. How many people say 9? Raise your hand. Yeah, I'm thinking nothing. Has to be immediate sibling with that plus. Oh, I just hit that the wrong time. How did I close that? Where's my close, man? Escape? There we go. And then finally we have this one. And that is going to be what numbers? How many people say 9, 10, and 11? How many people say 9 and 10? So this is like all the siblings that follow. I think it's going to be 9, 10, 11. Who wants to bet on that? 9, 10, and 11. Lucky me, I've taught this long enough, I'm actually remembering some of this stuff. So those are some of the descendant selectors, right? Like how big of a descendant or sibling selectors. And then we also had some cool first line selectors. So, you know, a little bit of selector review there, and CSS selectors. We had nested selectors, all children, immediate children, all siblings, immediate siblings, right? So which one would be all children? This would be all children. Which one's immediate children? This is immediate children. Which one is all siblings? This is all siblings. Which one's the immediate sibling? That one's the immediate sibling. And then we had these link, visit, hover, active, and it has to be in that order, love, ha. And we also had focus and nth child and topography. So just to review that, nth child, first child, last child, nth child even, nth child odd, zebra striping, right? And only child. So let's look at zebra striping, see what that CSS looks like. Table row, nth child even, nth child odd, making the background color a certain color. And then typography, first letter, look like this. And then first line, look like that. So just a review of the different selectors. So we've looked again at CSS and rule sets and selectors and declaration block and declaration and properties and values. We've looked at selectors, element selector, ID selector, class selector, and then we've looked at nested selectors, right? And the nested selectors here were all children, immediate children, all siblings, immediate sibling, and then we saw the nth child, odd, even, last child, first child, and then typography, first letter, first letter, first line, some cool stuff. So those are your selector reviews, and in the next one we're going to start taking a look at box model again and review all of the box model once more.